Good evening. I am Logan Spaulding, head coach of the Copenhagen boys varsity basketball team. This year's team finished with an overall record of 16-6 and 13-2 in the league. It was a fun and memorable season that had lots of exciting moments, along with a few heartbreaking ones as well. Members of this team included senior number 20, Tucker Carroll, senior number 50, Josh Gardner, senior number 23, Keegan Morrow, senior number 30, Connor Staplin, junior captain number 33, Lucas Graves, junior number 1, Anthony McLean, junior number 4, Clayton Parkin, junior captain number 3, Cody Powis, junior number 44, Lucas Slate, junior number 11, Sharif Stokely, junior number 15, Garrett Tufo. And our managers included Bryce Spaulding and Harper Spaulding. We began the season 2-0, beating Alex Bay in Lafargeville, then matched up against Lyme, the defending sectional champion and the number 3 state-ranked team. It was a back-and-forth game that had our crowd electric from start to finish. Unfortunately, it ended in an overtime loss, with Lyme hitting a 3-point shot with only a few seconds to spare. We got back on track, winning our next 9 out of 10 games, with our only blemish coming to number 12 state-ranked Herman DeKalb in the championship game of the Charlie Bridge tournament, hosted by Sackett's Harbor. This too was a back-and-forth game, ending in a 1-point loss, 50-49 in the final seconds. Individual honors were given in this tournament. Cody Powis and Lucas Graves both earned spots on the all-tournament team. In the 9 games won during that stretch, the boys swept their crossover games, with the C Division beating South Louis 65-57, Beaver River 71-61, Thousand Islands 49-38, and they also bested the rest of their Class D opponents, including Sandy Creek, Sackett's Harbor, and Belleville Henderson. One of the bigger highlights of the season was a non-league matchup with number 5 state-ranked Harrisville, which was played at Jefferson Community College, where the two schools helped to raise money for the American Cancer Society. Although the game ended in defeat, we did walk away winners, knowing that we helped raise a total of $4,686, which will all be given to the nearest cancer society in our area. Sitting with only 1 loss in the league, we met up with Lyme for a second time. As if our first overtime loss wasn't heartbreaking enough, we lost in double overtime this next go-around, 74-66. It was another electrifying game, and by far one of the most exciting and intense games that I've ever coached. Although the result wasn't what we had hoped for, I am proud of everybody in the fight they had in them all the way to the end. We closed the regular season out with Belleville Henderson, which happened to be senior night. We honored 4 student athletes: Connor Staplin, Joshua Gardner, Tucker Carroll, and Keegan Morrow. As always, senior nights are a special moment for everybody involved, but this one was a memory even greater for Keegan Morrow and his family and teammates. Keegan surpassed the 1,000 point mark for his career, needing just 13 points entering the game. Keegan is just the 5th male athlete in Copenhagen history to reach this milestone. Congratulations, Keegan. The Frontier League playoffs later began with us receiving the 2 seed and hosting number 3 seed Sackett's Harbor. We got down by 7 at halftime, but the boys stormed back, outscoring them by 19 in the second half to win 60-48 and advance on to the Frontier League finals to play top seed Lyme for a 3rd time. A slow first quarter ultimately determined the game, as we were outscored 24-10 and lost by a final score of 64-48. Nonetheless, the boys never quit, and I am proud of them for that. Sectional play then began with the boys receiving the number 5 seed, earning a home game against number 12, Manlius Pebble Hill. By far one of our best shooting performances of the season, but also one of our best defensive performances as well. Final score of 73-36. The boys shot 57% from the field and held their top scorer to a season low. Advancing on to the quarterfinals, we were fortunate enough to receive another home game where we hosted number 13 seed Brookfield. Easily one of the most packed gymnasiums Copenhagen has seen in years for a sporting event. Both sides of fans loud and hectic. Game back and forth from start to finish. We were down by 2 with 4 seconds to play. We had a last-second shot clank off the front of the rim to end our season with a final score of 54-52. This was probably the most heartbreaking loss, as we didn't reach our ultimate goal of getting to the sectional finals. But ultimately, it just meant that our season was officially over. It was a sad way to end. However, the year these boys had was the best season Copenhagen boys basketball has had in over 12 years. A lot was accomplished, and for that I am extremely proud of them. I can't even begin to describe how much fun this season was, not only just for me, but just with the guys. And we all went through our struggles. However, I really felt we came together as a team and learned some valuable lessons that can be used and held on to, whether it's for next season for the guys returning or for the guys leaving us, just using all of that advice for everyday life. With that being said, I think it goes without saying that each and every member of this team contributed to our success. Whether you were a starter or not, played significant minutes or very few, the hours spent in practice working to make yourself and those around you better is what made our team successful. For those of you who did get recognized individually for awards, be proud of your accomplishments. You've earned them and worked hard for them. But just remember those who helped push you and get you there along the way. Players receiving individual honors include Keegan Morrow. He was a Frontier League All-Star, a Watertown Daily Times All-North Honorable Mention, and an All-State Honorable Mention. Keegan averaged 16.6 points per game while making 78 three-point shots. Lucas Graves was a Frontier League All-Star and a Watertown Daily Times All-North Honorable Mention. Lucas averaged 14.6 points per game and 6.7 rebounds per game. Cody Powis was a Frontier League All-Star and a All-State Honorable Mention. Cody averaged 13.8 points per game, making 68 three-point shots. Tucker Carroll was a Frontier League Honorable Mention, averaging 9.1 points per game, 7.9 rebounds per game, and 3.7 blocks per game. Joshua Gardner, along with Cody Powis, earned Scholar Athlete Awards for their hard work in the classroom. Congratulations to all who received individual awards. They are all well deserved. I would like to end this video by thanking everybody who had a part in our successful season. To my assistant coach Mike Niles, scorekeeper Pat Jolliffe, Mr. Connell, Dale Clark and your staff, Tanner Suva for all of the live streaming you did, to all the parents and fans for your dedication and support, and lastly to my seniors, Connor, Josh, Tucker, Keegan. I wish you nothing but the best, and I hope you know your years in this program will forever be remembered, and I am extremely grateful for being able to have coached you. For those that will be back next season, I look forward to building off from this year, continuing to set new goals, and making Copenhagen basketball a competitive and respected program in our area. Thank you all again.